allowed now amongst Israel? Jake is disallowing Yahweh Shai openly. He didn't do no miracles. You don't have to worship him. He in the kingdom, he's gonna have to go to the high priest and sin offerings gonna be offered up. Like, well, what?
Yahweh Shai gotta go to man.
Right.
When he died for the sins of man.
Right.
So Yahweh Shai is under the Levites.
The Levites. Right.
See, that's a reprobate spirit. So the scriptures talk about that, man. That's why Romans, well, that's what these do. Well, you can have sex on the Sabbath.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can go up your woman's behind, you can pop your woman in the butt.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's a homosexual spirit, man. Yeah. So that's Romans, the first chapter.
Nasty.
No, but that's Romans because they did not like to attain the Most High, their knowledge. The Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind because they want to start going off into other doctrines. So the Most High is giving them over to other demons. That's why all these other crazy doctrines are coming up. And of course, you can pop your woman up the butt, you can have sex on Sabbath. The next thing, watch these guys. They go to Israelite camp. They gonna come with it, man. You know what? There's really nothing wrong with being a homosexual. We got homosexuals in our camp. They're gonna say pretty soon that's gonna be next. I'm telling you, that's gonna be. Cause look, for them to already say you can have sex, you can pop your woman up the butt. General Yohana said that like 10 years ago.
John the Baptist saying the truth.
John the Baptist saying the truth. All kind of different reprobate doctrines are coming. So that's Romans, the first chapter. That's Romans 1 and 22 on down. And the Apostle Paul was talking about the wicked niggas in the congregations.
Man.
So basically, them niggas became pathetic, man. So that's next. Watch these guys. I'm watching this other group. Really, that don't mean that. Really, the homosexuality, the scriptures really don't condemn that. They gonna say that.
You gotta fit into the new world.
You have to kind of see that was the Old Testament, but the Lord said when Christ came, they don't use the name yet. But even some of them do. Like these assholes out here, somebody out there. That's why Yahweh Shai said, "For many shall come in my name." So they would have to know the name, saying that I am anointed. So deceive many. So that's what's happening now.
The spirit of anti-Messiah, which is really, when you read that scripture, it's talking about Israelites.
Yeah.
We see it manifesting itself.
Yeah.
And we're able to go into the scripture and say, these are the Sadducees. These are them niggas. These are the Sakari. Oh, this is them. So it gives you hell, but it should bring you comfort that, look, that which is then is really now. Everybody's back. And guess who else is back? The prophets, man.
Spirit of the prophets. So get that scripture. Get that and read that.
1 John 2:18, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come.
There's no miracles. That's anti-Messiah. That's wicked, man. You don't have to worship him. He didn't rise from the dead. He doesn't exist.
Well, the niggas in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
And you got the other group of guys, the Old Testament Israelites, we was dealing with them 30 years ago. Right. And back in New York, we still have run-ins with them guys. Sometimes they would come up to the camp, or sometimes we walk and we just run into them on the street and have big debates. And them guys are gone. Don't even waste your time with them. If y'all happen to run into any of them Torah Israelites, don't even argue. Them guys are gone. They don't believe in Yahweh Shai. There's nothing to really talk about.
They stumble at the stone.
Yeah.
That stumbling block that he was reading about.
You don't believe in Yahweh Shai, me and you got nothing to talk about. No, but let's debate. Nah, bro, you got it. You right. You got it, man. The Lord is with you. I'm gonna walk away from you. You don't believe in Yahweh Shai, I got nothing to say to this, man. Because I'm automatically offended at your presence. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's that. But then yet these other Israelites, these other guys from One West, y'all know, they had this big Israelite in DC up there in the East Coast conference summit. Yeah, the summit. Yeah, the summits, right? Oh, and unity camps, right? Elder Barack, God, one of the men I came up under too was Barack and the young people. They were having summits and unity camps. And they had all these different bugged out dudes from all over the country, and they're speaking with these guys. Anyway, okay, well, you speak. Then one guy, okay, you can speak. But then this guy, okay, it'll be a Sakari dude, right? Then the next guy will be a dude from some other fucked out word.
GOCC.
GOC, yeah, they had them there. And then another dude, I mean, I don't know if they had GOCs. No, but they don't believe, they believe Esau to be saved. So they didn't have them down there, GOCC. Well, no, it wasn't. No, but then they get into a fight, but no. It wasn't GOCC. That was spoken. Okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I don't think you.
No, GOCC wasn't in there because they still sticking to Esau and Jacob. But that'll be next. But what you gonna call it? No, they have Phoebe. The next guy you speak, brother, is a Phoebe guy, and each one of them are teaching the doctrine a different way. Then it'll be, but then they also, I know for a fact, they had Old Testament. We watched the videos. They had them Old Testament Israelite guys in the camp with them. Okay, brother, you next. How you gonna let a dude speak in the camp? And then, okay, brother, you next, brother. You speak next. You go up next. You next, brother. And this dude is up there talking about he don't believe in Yahushua. And the rest of you guys claim that you believe in Yahushua or Christ, right? And you got a guy that don't believe in the Messiah in the camp, and you put him up to teaching y'all. Well, look, at least we all Israel. I don't give a fuck if we all Israel. Okay, it's not every year, but that's another thing we teach. We only dealing with the elect. These other camps, you know, all of them except for us, we're the only ones that don't give a fuck about Israel. Right. Brother, I don't give two shits about Israel. You understand? It may come as a surprise to some of y'all. I don't give two shits about Israel. I don't care about the elect of Israel. And I say it that way.
That's all that matters.
Because Israel is not a part of the elect. The elect is a small number of Israelites, which we are. I'm a righteous now. I pray every brother in this room we get the whole elect. But the rest of Israel, I don't give a shit about that, man. I don't give two shits about these niggas out of here. I don't care about you. And that includes family members.
And in this Exodus, you're gonna have to.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to think like that on a higher level.
Think about it, man. Like,
you have no emotion towards these niggas.
Yeah, that's even family members. Like, in the real talk, bring it home. Like, okay, but then that's when being in the truth, understanding the scriptures, you have to extrapolate, man. You gotta use wisdom. Like, my mama's alive. I mean, yeah, I love my mama, right? I love my mother. If my mother called me, need something, I take it. She needs some money, I send it to her. If I can help her, when I talk to her, I respect her, as the scriptures say, right? But she's in my mother is in, thank you, that's the word I was looking for. My father's in the spirit world. I'm happy for that. I'm happy my father ain't in.
Some people will put in the story to just eat, drink, be married.
That's it.
You know?
My mother is compartmentalized. Okay, like a bottle of wine. Okay, I want to sip, but then okay, well, this time it is like okay, put this back in my bar. Okay, I had a little shot and put it back on the bar. I'm not all up into my mother. I barely talk to her. The spirit, you don't want me to talk to her. The spirit is not on me to talk to her like that. Because she's bugged out. She's gone. She's a Jehovah's Witness. So when I talk to her, she want to start talking that Jehovah satanic shit. I don't want to hear that. So I have very little, I deal with her in small doses. Yeah, and brother, I understood 30 years ago. I came to the reality 30 years ago that my mother ain't gonna make it. Okay? I came to that realization 30 years ago when I was young in the truth. I mean, my mom's gonna make it. You know? That reality came in my mind. I'm not messed up over that. Because furthermore, one mother, that's a lie. You got many mothers, you have many fathers. Right. So even you get deep in this truth, you really understand the scriptures. Not saying brothers will go curse your mother out, but that's wicked too.
Right, you respect her.
In this world, that's your earthly mother, you respect her to the level that you're supposed to. But that don't mean you gotta take her bullshit either. Or let her run her bullshit on you. You can put us, look, I love you, hey, okay, look, what you going off for? Hey, you know what I mean?
And if you are the elect, really, you her father in spirit.
Yeah, you really look father.
In spirit.
And my mother had a little girl all over again. You know what I'm saying? Me and my younger brothers, like, you know, boy, she want to make you into her husband. You know, not saying that she want to pop you, but pretty much you become you got to be her new damn husband. If she ain't got a man.
They call it son husband.
Yeah.
Head of the house.
You can pray to him, I want you to be the nigga, man. That's where I'm at. Me and my younger brother be like, man, Lord, please let her find a man.
Yeah.
She could be what's the hell of luck. I pray to my mother to just be the man. Some old Jake, man.
Ponytail. This is Matthew 10:35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
That's what the Lord, that's Yahweh shot.
Matthew chapter 10:35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
That's right. So Yahweh Shah keeps to break up the family structure. Because it's not about, because that don't matter. Why? Because if you got brothers that's in the truth, men that Yahweh Shah chose, we were going to be pulled out of the world. And the rest of your family is still a part of the world. You got to understand that. And then that's how you know these movies, they got them from the scriptures.
Right.
Like Fishburne told Keanu Reeves in the first Matrix, anyone that hasn't been unplugged is still potentially an agent. So basically, that's why Yahweh Shai is going to do that. That's going to happen. That's a prophecy. Your own family members, when that time comes to chip and certain mandates and things that they're going to do, they're going to become agents against you.
Yep. Yep. And ultimately, this is the truth. The truth, your true family is they're watching all of you watching the videos, the brothers in here. This is the true family. It's all about the tabernacle of David. Those who coming up under that order in the spirit, man.
Which is the elect.
The elect. That's it.
Which in Amos 9 and 10, and I will raise again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen, which is the house of David. And that means exactly what it means. King David himself and the men that was with him. The house of David represents the elect.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Hey, man. And Yahweh Shai ain't gonna lose. If you are the elect, you ain't gonna be lost.
That's right.
Okay? And hey, when the Edomites went and took over the Capitol building, right? That last year, whatever, and there was a couple of Edomites that one Edomite was looking on TV, a young kid, teenager, and he looked out and said, his father was one of the guys up in there. Don't you know, him and his, I think, brothers, they turned their father in. You know, when the government went to investigate all the people that was here, some of them didn't either. They turned their own fathers in to the government. So that's the part of that prophecy being fulfilled. So if Edomites will do that, you know Jake will do that.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
There you go. See?
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
I'm glad that came out. That's spiritual. I said this, I've been kind of saying this through the Spirit of the Lord. A lot of you brothers, you got families, your woman, your children, and that's groovy, man. You know, that's cool, but you can't even be too much into your woman and even your children, bro. You can't. Now, some bug out, some bro, my God, that's a cult. See? Them guys are cult leaders. So that's a cult, they do that, they try to time. But you know what? So what? But let's deal with the word cult. What does the word cult mean? Y'all brainwash. What does brainwashing mean?
Right.
See? Really, the true meaning of that is really a good thing. A separate from the world. So like you brothers can't be too locked up into your woman, your mommy, your daddy, your grandma, Mabel, whoever, man. Or even your children. Because you can lose your children just like that, bro. Remember Job? Yeah. So you can't be too much into you. My kids, There's brothers in this truth, man, that have lost their children.
I was doing some research, and King David, when he would bring men into his army, they couldn't have been with a woman. They had to, for months, stay before they could even be with him and train. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
boxers, they don't.
Women weaken legs.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but that's true. You can't be too much into your children, because then what happens? If you lose your children, what's going to happen? Well, then you lose faith in the Lord. Right? For you brothers that have your children, what if something happens? I'm going to go to the extreme. What if your children get put to death? Are you going to still have faith in Yahweh and Yahweh? Or are you going to crumble? Oh, God. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You're going to become Ned the wino because something happened to your kids.
Right.
Or, let's say, the one classic story. Your woman, you in this coat, she bouncing, take the kids. And you don't see your children no more. Are you going to crumble and not serve the Lord anymore? That's why Satan put the test. He said, look, I bet you if I come against your servant Job and take everything, will curse you to your face. That's what Satan told the Most High. The challenge, right? Job passed for flying colors. See? So this is what's coming. So this is the mentality of what we just read. In Matthew's, you gotta be in that spirit, man. You gotta be in that spirit, bro. This is something y'all gotta look, man. Y'all gotta really, really let that sink into your brains, man. Like butter melting like on a stick.
Because you can receive them back. If you really believe
Come
it, you can receive them back.
Yeah, let's get some scriptures on faith, man. You can get Ephesians, you can use a few scriptures. Let's get some. But faith, that's going to faith, bro, man.
All right. It said, this is the second Ezra chapter 6.
Now, Elder Yashua about said you can receive them back. But you only gonna believe that if you have what?
Faith.
Faith. See?
Right. Second Ezra chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants.
Because where were the elect born? In the heavens. That's right. He chose us from the foundation of the earth. You were chosen for the victory.
St. John, the first chapter.
Right.
That you find that's found in St. John, the first chapter, man. Right.
It says, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish.
And that's happening now. Deceit is being quenched through this word, through the mere word being spoken. Esau's on his toes. They in those councils pretty much, they're watching the video. They're like, how the fuck do they're telling the people what we're getting ready to do before we do it. Far out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's through the word of Yahweh Shai.
That's why all this madness is coming. That's why we got these reprobate camps coming up. Moses didn't part the Red Sea. Yahweh Shai trying, but they mainly attack Yahweh Shai. Right. Now they're picking on Moses.
Yeah, man, they fucking with everything.
They messing with everybody, boy. They messing with everybody. They didn't know. But it was the Most High did it. So in actuality, Moses didn't part the Red Sea. The Most High did it. Right. He just used Moses as a symbol. Right.
And that angel was there.
Good.
That angel was in the midst. Yeah, that's how those mighty works were being worked through that angel that was right there. It wasn't because Moses was, it's not man. It was the Heavenly Father dealing with this specific people through that angel. That angel was the reason those mighty works. And that's Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai was Yahweh Shai. Right. Remember, Moses got in trouble for just slipping on the tongue. Right. So I got to pull water out the rock for y'all. The Moses got furious, man. Moses couldn't even go in the promised land. But guess what? Moses made it into the promised land anyway. Eventually. In the reincarnation. Right? As who?
David.
God. See what I'm saying? So he made it anyway. See?
He built our first earthly tabernacle. The tabernacle of David. We built.
God, man.
The scriptures go into how the Lord uses men to show his power. You know what I'm saying? When you go into the words and you go into actual, I want to say, Mysterion, how the Lord, he reveals his secrets to his servants, the prophets. He shows his power through men. So when you see men that defy nature and all these different things, that's what the Lord wanted to happen.
Right.
He wanted to see the split for his will to be fulfilled.
And with that means we gotta go back and question everything.
Right.
Did Elijah really raise somebody from the dead? Was this, that?
They'll
this?
tell you no.
Like, not like, damn.
Well, according to these guys, one body in Yahushua, they'll tell you no, because basically they're debunking all the miracles.
Right.
So they said if they say Yahushua can commit no miracles, right? Then that means so basically them guys are agents personally.
Agents.
The guys that took the purse, they took the bag. Because that means so that means there were no miracles. So what they're doing is taking all the spirituality out of the Bible, which doesn't make fucking sense. Because then, how do you know you Israelites then?
Right.
You see, so you see how these guys are all set up to Esau, man. This devil. You feel me?
That's right. All right. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 28. Hey, those of you who still made it, congratulations. You made it an hour into a show.
God.
It says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
That means the elect is going to make it. If you are the elect, you're going to make it. And the truth, but even that, a part of that is happening now because Israel is waking up. And the truth is coming out. That's why Esau is scrambling, man. All right? All right, let's move to the next one. Stand up and read it, brother, and exalt your voice, like I told you. When y'all read, if you're going back old school, y'all stand up and read like you at the camp, man. All right?
Romans 4, verse 1. What shall we say then that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, hath found? For if Abraham was justified by works, he hath whereof to glory, but not before the Most High. But what saith the Scripture? Abraham believed the Most High, and it was counted unto him for righteousness.
Man, Abraham's faith was on a whole nother level. Abraham, and that's tied to our faith. Abraham believed his son would be raised. It says it in Hebrews. He believed that if he put Isaac to death, that he would be raised from the dead. That was some hardcore faith. Because the Lord told him the promise will come through. You go get this land and your descendants go rule, but it's through Isaac. Then turn around and say, we'll put him to death. So if he put him to death, that would mean that promise wouldn't come through. And he got to the point where he's getting ready to do it, and the angel said no, but that was faith. When you read it in Hebrews, it said he believed that Isaac could be raised from the dead. That is some hardcore faith, man.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of the falling away.
Yeah, because that's what Abraham represents. After the falling away, his father was an idol worshiper. It was the legacy of the sons of God was restored unto him.
That's
And it's been restored unto us, and he
Abraham.
There you go.
Abraham. That's right.
Father,
Think about your dad and you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't in the truth. You know what I'm saying? But here we are.
Yeah.
Coming from a father who say my dad was celebrating Christmas, eating pork, shrimp, all that. Here it is through the spirit and power of Yahushua. I'm in the truth.
That's right.
Abraham separated from his family.
There you go.
He left.
There you go.
So, I mean, you hear these things and they offend you in the flesh, but in the spirit, it's tied to our legacy and our Israelites. Now, certain brothers' families are going to make it, but
There's going to be little exceptions. There's going to be
little exceptions. It's balance.
Yeah. There's going to be there may be cases where you might have a brother in the truth and the Lord might have mercy on his mother.
Yep.
Or the Lord might have mercy on your father, certain cases. He might have mercy on Uncle Joe. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be cases of that.
Through you.
You know, maybe your mother, certain mothers might have a mother that kind of believe in it, but she's not going to be cut. She ain't going to be like I said, like my mother. She got there hanging out comic books.
Well, David had mercy on Saul's grandson.
Yeah.
Saul's grandson, I believe, that David said, you have a seat at my table. So Saul could eventually come back through his.
Of course. Our fathers, we all got fathers, man. Earthly fathers, like.
It was his grandson, right?
Like the brother brother said, y'all said, we all got earthly fathers. Really, our fathers are our sons, really. Because the ones of us, our brothers are, we all here are the hopeful elect. We are the elect. Our brothers are, hey man, that means that if we are the elect, that means that we are the first fruits spoken about in St. John, the first chapter. Right? That's the beginning, back in the heavens of the spirit world, right? So realistically, we're the first of our family life here, because we got the truth. That's why we're in the truth now. So really, your fathers are really your sons or your grandsons, really.
We cursing out our sons when we do these videos. We're really cursing out our sons and daughters.
Realistically, our fathers are our earthly fathers. Every one of us in here got a daddy, right? That spawned us in this world, but they were just set up to do that. So going way back in the past, we had to bring our line back, bring our stuff back. You see what I'm saying? So your father's really one of your kids. Your earthly father, right? He's really one. Realistically, when you're looking at your father, you're really looking at one of your descendants, one of your children. That's how, and Esau knows that too. I started to say the Esau. And I can say that about one. It's better than that. The Esau. Right? Okay, we'll go to the service. But Esau knows that too. Like the Illuminati. That's why the Illuminati was set up. Well, as we know, it was set up in the 1700s, right? And Maya Anshel Bauer, when they changed the name to Rothschild, they, when Maya Anshel Bauer set up his 5 sons and sent them out to conquer the world and take over, monopolize the whole planet financially, right? And everything like that. And when they started really putting their plans into effect all over the earth, they did it, and they knew that it wasn't going to happen in their lifetime. Maya Anshel Bauer knew. I know, like our wicked, evil plans, right? Our enterprise was a certain word I was looking for. It's not gonna happen in my lifetime. And even them guys way back in the days, and they knew back in the 1700s and 1800s what they were trying to achieve. They knew it's gonna take maybe another 300 years before we really get out the plans going. We're not gonna actually be allowed to see it. But they knew about the reincarnation. The Rothschilds knew about the reincarnation because that was Esau. Maya Anshel Bauer had to be Esau himself, and he knew, I know I'm not going to see it in this life, but by the time I come back in the reincarnation, I'll come back in power. See, so Esau understood that. Believe me, Esau understands that. Go.
Psalms chapter 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
That's right, because they know about reincarnation, the elites. Not Joe Sixpack out here, not Cowboy Bob out here. They don't know shit. The elites. That's why they're doing what they do. That's why they have done what they've done. But then us, amongst Israel, something we used to teach years ago. The ones of us that's in this truth, we're the elites of Israel. You got the elites on the right-hand side, and you got the elites on the left-hand side. It always has to be, the scales always have to be balanced. You see? So that's Esau. So they understood that. The elites of Esau understand that hey, yeah, by the time we come back and we already have this thing locked down.
And we understand that on the right-hand side.
We understand that.
Like this sacrifice, even if this, let's say the Lord, this ain't the end, which God forbid, we believe this is the end. God, let's say, hey, we're leaving behind a legacy to be born back into Israel.
That's right.
Because eventually Israel will be delivered. It's written.
Yeah.
You know, but I believe it's going to happen in our life.
Well, you know what? Well, I think all the scriptures that we're bringing out after this, what we're about to wrap, was that the last one you want to bring out? Or there's some more you want to bring out? I'm going to just quote the scripture real quick and then we can wrap it up. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. And there's so many more. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. 2 Ezra 9 and 1. The prophecy, Matthew 24th chapter. You see what I'm saying? According to those scriptures, I believe we are in that time. According to what we're seeing happening in the world today. Okay? Brothers, we in that time. I'm not Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, but I serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Back when I first came to the truth, all those years ago, the apostle we thought the end was gonna come back then. And yeah, we was told that. How many times we got taught year 2000? We thought that, but it wasn't the case. And there was still more prophecy that had to be fulfilled. That wasn't even happening. See,
These brothers have to come.
brothers, all y'all had to come along, man. Like the Lord had brought this thing in 2000. It was G and S, you know, when he sitting here.
Well, that happened before.
Good.
That's why the book of Hebrews was written.
Right.
Jake was sad. They thought when Yahweh Shah came, that was it. You had a lot of depressed Israelites. Like,
Right.
the Messiah came, well, damn, we still, you know, they were messed up on that. They thought, that's why a lot of those zealots, they wanted Yahweh Shah to take down Rome.
Yep.
But it didn't, that wasn't meant for that time.
God.
So it happened in this time as well with that.
Because the 12 asked him, when is the time? Yahweh Shah said, it's not for you to know. But he gave them clues. And according to the scriptures and what we see happening now, the state of the world, brother, the Bible says the Lord is not cutting time short, there'll be no flesh left to save. The Lord is gonna come soon, because brother, at this point now, we will all perish in the next 5 years.
Right. Then, but you want, a nigga want to take away the miracle.
Yeah.
Well, we need a miracle. Right. In
Yeah.
order to be Exodus out of this new Egypt, it's got to be a miracle.
Brother, with these bodies, these broken down bodies we got, here it is, man, these infirmities, we ain't supposed to be like this, that's because we eat this devil. This goddamn devil, man. The food, the air. Like I said last, we got young men. Some of you brothers are younger men than me, right? Some of you brothers in your 20s and shit, y'all got all kind of infirmities. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. Brother, when I was in my 20s, I didn't have no infirmities whatsoever. I was healthy as hell in my 20s. That show you that things have
Man, it's become weaker.
it's become weaker, digression. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely in the area be strong, brothers. Okay, come on with it.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verses, I'll read verses 1 through 4 real quick. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endures forever. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. We're the real Illuminati. We're the really enlightened ones. This right here is the real place where the beacon of the Heavenly Father is shining forth. And we talk about the kingdom of heaven being that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And that's why it's so important for you men to tune in, getting this word, getting the basics, and then start to practice it and confess Yahweh Shah in the world. So your cup will overflow with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for Jacob's trouble, which we're here. We see the prophecies all week long. We've been talking about the situations going on economically and politically and wars. So we know what time we're in. Verse 3 says, give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee, unto a strange nation. All right? Giving your spirit, your soul, your power, your might, your youth unto these other people, man. Give that into this ministry, okay?
Right.
It says, oh Israel.
I gave my man deep in my car now. See? You know, somebody, see the nigga said, I told you they were Mexicans. And the moment that he said, I was saying, they said they didn't know.
It just means light bearer. The word itself literally just means one who bears the light. The elect bear the true light. Yahweh Shah said, I am the light burning bright.
Yeah. You worry about that gas in that hell.
And he also talked about how evil men don't like the light because they show their wicked deeds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you shine the light on yourself by recording everything, but whatever.
Well, the brother's probably in the titty bar right about now.
Who is that? Can you do that?
That's a strip club.
Yes.
Baruch 4:4, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Yahshua.
Good. Yes, you got something else.
Yeah. Hey, that's it. Hey, you know, read that again?
Right, this is the last part.
Yeah.
Right, Baruch 4:4, O
The
Israel.
things that are made known unto us. Read that. The things that are pleasing unto the Most High.
Right. it says, group 4, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
We know this, we have secrets. That's the rest. Those who are troubled rest with us. The things that are pleasing to the Lord, the destruction of America, who Esau is, who we are. You know, what's next? You know, how we able to do these videos and just break down what's happening according in the world according to the scriptures. That's pleasing unto the Lord. Happy are we. So lift your head up. Embrace the heat, embrace the fire, embrace the straight gate, because that's the only way out. Go ahead.
Right. Hey, excuse my language again. Fuck the heat.
That's it.
When I say fuck the heat, you mean fuck the heat. Right? Like, that's what I mean when I say that. Like, have sex with that mother effer.
Yep.
Okay?
Get into it.
That's right.
It's the only way out.
That's right. Don't do it to get
In order for the Exodus to happen, didn't all of those, everything that was written, it had to happen. In order for it to happen, Israel was in a position where, hey, it tells you in Exodus 14, they were like, Moses, look, they coming after us. What we gonna do? The Lord said, what you calling on me for? They believe.
Yeah, exactly.
And what happened? He told Moses to lift up, the staff, and the sea was parting, man, and the Israelites walked on dry ground. That's the type of miracle that came from faith, belief. And that's the only way we're gonna get up out of here, man.
See, but that's why you got to put all these wicked Israelites trying to debunk all that, because that's them same wicked guys that was back then, thousands of years ago with Moses. After they walked through the Red Sea, after they saw the plagues, they saw the Most High and Yahushua working. And they got out to the wilderness. Oh, you brothers already done. Moses, the Most High brought manna from heaven to feed Israel. You see what I'm saying? He did all kind of wondrous works. And even they were in the midst of it, and they still didn't believe. That's why Yahushua told them, you shall die in your, Yahushua told those wicked evil niggas back then, you shall die in your sins. Because you believe that I have not eaten, you believe not. Because of your unbelief. Then Yahushua also said this, if I had not come unto you, you had not sinned. Now you have no cloak for your sin. See? So look, man, we are the mouthpieces, we're the megaphones, we're the microphones of Yahushua. So we represent Yahushua now on the earth. So by us doing what we do, that's why it's imperative for you brothers to do the videos and teach. Going to camp, that's just like breathing. That's academic. Y'all already know y'all supposed to go to the camp. Or y'all know y'all supposed to report to the camp. Right? That's like, just like if you join Esau's military, you know you gotta, when the children say run, you gotta get up, you gotta jog, if you join Esau's military, you already know there's a chance you may get called to war, right? Yeah. If they say you gotta go to war, you gotta go to war. That's academic. So the same thing with the Most High's army. You in the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahushua's army. So y'all going to camp, that's academic, right? Y'all know that, but you gotta do these videos too. You gotta be on fire, you gotta be diligent for this thing, man. Because we got brothers, that's new fruit is coming every day, brothers, and they watching y'all videos. And like I said, stick to the basics, man. Like Apostle Dallas said, Spirit got Apostle Dallas, stick to the basics. You don't gotta go deep all the time, man. You understand? Because these new brothers are coming in, and they gotta be educated, man. Y'all raised up as teachers. Yahushua said, what? Feed the flock. The good shepherd cares for the flock, right? So by doing them videos, that's how you feed the flock. With no excuses, man. Like the heat, you went into the heat, whatever the heat is, hey man, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Deal with it, man. It's a condition of the battle. It's a condition of the battle. Whatever y'all going through, brother, we're all going through it together. Okay? We're all going through it together. So just deal with it and fight down and man up. Remember the Most High said, gird up thy loins like a man, for I will require her of thee. So many scriptures, man. What did Yahushua himself say? Endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. Right? So we gotta just deal with it, brother. Let's just lay the hell with it, man. That's all I had to say, brother.
1 Peter 4:12, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
You want to be a part of that deliverance.
That's the effect being brought through the fire. Starting from the time you come in until, Lord willing, you get on them chariots. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. You know? You got it.
Oh, that scripture said, like some strange thing happened unto you.
Right.
So when you catch hell, yo, what's going on? Yo! No, man. You're supposed to catch hell. That's a part of being in the truth.
We've been told.
Right.
So all the guys that fell off because they were catching hell, then they went out from us because I'll let y'all finish the sentence.
They were not of us.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? They caught some hell and then they couldn't deal with the hell. So be happy that we catching hell, brother. Because that's a part of the you drinking the cup of Yahweh Shai. Surely he will drink of the cup. Right? That means we're part tonight, hey, after we do the ceremony, what are we gonna do? We're going before we even eat the lamb, what do? We do that wine and the unleavened bread. And when we do that, what are we doing? We're taking part of the blood and the flesh of Yahweh Shai spiritually. We're partakers with him. See? That's right. That's why we got the bitter herb in there. Eating that bitter herb, that's a part of the bitter herb, is a major part of the Passover. That's why I said, look, man, while we here, we must pass that herb and now eat up some more herb, man. Because that's just a reminder of the sufferings of Yahweh Shai. Okay? But that's what I had to say, man. All right. Okay.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shai, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shai, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
That means you got to be doing the work. With your feet, what do? You walk, you move. You got to be active. You got to be moving. You got to be doing the work, right?
And here's the main point. Above all, taking the shield of faith. You know, I'm going to read that again. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So that lets you know right there. Above all, faith, like we brought the other brought up Abraham. Abraham, what he did was through faith. The promise through faith. Yeah, the promise was established at the beginning before everything was created, but it manifested through faith. Through Abraham moving by faith, man. So when you go back and you talk about the details of this truth, if you try to hold on to the law too much, even though we're supposed to keep it to the best of our ability, but it's very disrespectful to try to act like you got it yourself. That's disrespectful to Yahweh Shai and the sacrifice that Yahweh put Yahweh Shai to, which is to die for us, man, in that blood. You know? So that's all I got in there.
All right, man. So with that, we'll give all praise to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstones, teachers, salutations, unto the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.